Opening shot. A man sitting alone, staring at his reflection in the dark. He did everything right. He was polite, agreeable, always there for everyone, until he vanished, and no one noticed. There's a dangerous illusion in our culture, a quiet lie passed from generation to generation. Be the nice guy, keep the peace, and life will reward you. But what if this is the very formula that leads to invisibility? What if being the nice guy is not a virtue, but a slow, silent form of self-erasure? Niccolo Machiavelli, often painted as ruthless, saw something few have dared to say out loud. He who is always good will come to ruin among the great number who are not good. It's not because the world is evil. It's because the world respects one thing above all else: strength. And the nice guy? He trades his strength for approval. He avoids conflict, says yes when he means no, and bites his tongue so others don't feel discomfort. All while quietly decaying from within. This isn't kindness. This is fear wrapped in a smile. Machiavelli didn't despise goodness. He feared unguarded virtue. He warned of what happens when men confuse being liked with being respected. When they suppress their truth to fit in. When they give so much, they vanish. This isn't just history, it's happening every day, in relationships, workplaces, and quiet moments behind closed doors. And today, we're going to expose it, because the man who destroys himself in the name of being nice was never taught what power truly looks like. If you live to be loved, you'll die being used. Machiavelli didn't write to comfort you. He wrote to wake you up. In The Prince, his most controversial work, he dismantled the fantasy that goodness alone leads to survival. His truth was harsh but honest. A man who always tries to be good will surely be destroyed by those who are not. It's not a call to be cruel. It's a warning to be awake. Machiavelli saw that virtue without boundaries is weakness in disguise. That the man who tries to please everyone becomes a tool in the hands of those who have no intention of playing fair. And that is the fate of the nice guy. He becomes predictable, manipulable, easy to control, not because he lacks intelligence, but because he lacks edge. The world doesn't reward soft hearts alone. It rewards those who can protect them. Machiavelli believed a great leader needed two faces, the lion and the fox, strength and strategy, power and subtlety. The nice guy, tragically, is neither. He is the lamb, hoping the wolves will play nice if he smiles enough. But hope is not a strategy. And smiles don't stop predators. So ask yourself, are you being kind or are you being afraid? Machiavelli held up a mirror, not to condemn virtue, but to challenge it to grow teeth. Because in a world where masks are everywhere, the man who's only nice is always the first to be broken. He says yes with his mouth, while his soul screams no. The tragedy of the nice guy isn't that he's kind. It's that he's dying beneath the weight of his own silence. Every time he swallows the truth to avoid offending someone, every time he sacrifices what he wants so others don't feel uncomfortable, every time he agrees just to be liked, he chips away at his own identity. Niceness becomes his prison. A mask he can't remove, because without it, he doesn't know who he is. And that's the horror no one talks about. He's not loved for who he is. He's tolerated for how well he hides. Machiavelli understood the cost of illusion. He wrote not just about princes, but about people, those who perform virtue while bleeding underneath. He warned that appearances are a game, and those who don't know they're playing always lose. The nice guy believes that being agreeable makes him good, but goodness without authenticity is manipulation dressed as virtue. It's control. Through passivity, hoping people will love him if he just never offends them. But people don't admire ghosts. And the world doesn't respect someone who disappears every time the air gets tense. So here's the truth. If you never say what you truly think, you're not being kind. You're being replaced. And the longer you perform this smiling act, the harder it becomes to remember who you really were. At some point, the pain of being overlooked becomes louder than the fear of being seen. This is where the mask cracks. The nice guy, once soft-spoken and agreeable, begins to feel the quiet rage of being ignored, misunderstood, taken for granted. Not because others are cruel, but because he never taught them how to treat him. He realizes that kindness without clarity is self-betrayal. That every yes he didn't mean, every smile he forced, every truth he swallowed, wasn't protecting peace. It was burying his power. And here's the revelation Machiavelli left behind. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Not fear as in terror, but fear as in respect. A presence that cannot be toyed with. A soul that stands firm, even if it shakes. The world doesn't need more agreeable men. It needs men of spine and soul, those who can say no without guilt, who can speak the truth even if their voice trembles, who choose to be real rather than liked, because the moment you stop living to be approved is the moment you begin to live. So burn the script, tear off the mask, and let the world meet the man who's been hiding underneath. Not the nice guy, not the puppet, but you. Walk away from the version of yourself that made everyone comfortable, except you.